y'all are.
Mitch, is this still a pretty big game? I mean, if you're playing Auburn, it's not a conference. It's still a rivalry.
Absolutely. This game's gotten bigger and bigger, I think, each year. One, it's such a big production by the city of Montgomery. It's such a great job with the game. So, and it's also one of those games, it's your first SEC game, even though it's a non-conference game. I think it really helps you moving forward. Both teams are 1 weekend away from starting SEC play, so I think it kind of lets you know where you're at after a few weekends of non-conference play as you're about to start the SEC play.
How do you see the team approaching this weekend?
Well, mentally, it's the next game up, and I think that you got to be positive. I mean, the thing with us right now, we've played a really challenging non-conference schedule, particularly on the weekends, and got knocked down a little bit this weekend, but it's a good opportunity for us to regroup and rebound and get back on track against a good Auburn team.
Playing, you said you played Houston, you played really two great teams last year. Does that, I mean, how much will that help you in the long run, having already faced two tough opponents?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the plan when you start out. You want to play quality opponents, one on the road, one at home. Obviously, we're not happy with the outcome, being 2-4, 6. But I do think down the road that helps us prepare now moving forward. I like to see our team. If we have some weaknesses, I want to be exposed early, not later. And so I think there's some areas that we have to clean up, and this gives us now a week and a half, 2 weeks to get them cleaned up before we start SEC play.
What are some of those areas?
Yeah, well, I think one, we feel like the bullpen's going to be a strength of ours moving forward, but right now, I think there's some pieces that aren't quite ready yet that we've got to fine-tune some areas in there, and also I think offensively, just being able to stick with our approach. I think we've seen a lot of positives, in those 11 games, but also we've seen a few negatives. One is our approach has not been consistent every game that we want. I think that's where we got to tighten that area up. I think we got to tighten up our bullpen to where we really know those roles and guys get comfortable in those roles and those go-to moments in the game. We're going to start Jake Hubbard tomorrow, and we've got a pretty fresh bullpen. We'll be ready to go. So, we treat that side of it much like any other Tuesday game. Jake is typically a bullpen guy, but we've really kind of trained him now more as a starter. He got his first start last Tuesday, pitched a solid 6 innings. He's thrown the ball really well for us. So, really, we'd like to piece it together with Jake. And, with Burrows and Ray Castillo in the back end, probably one more guy there in the middle to give us an inning. So we'll see how the flow of the game goes and those things. But, we're going to run out our better bullpen guys, and as they're going to pitch, their best guy, Keegan Thompson, tomorrow. So that'll be a real challenge for us offensively.
Scouting Auburn, how do you see them improve from this?
Well, I think anytime you normally see improvement starts on the mound. So they've pitched it more consistently throughout, and offensively they seem to be pretty balanced what they're doing now there as well. So, we'll continue to break them down today and tonight, exactly where they're at. But, a lot of it still, I think, would be the same for Auburn. We want to make sure we're attacking ourselves and self-evaluating where we're at and the things we want to do and get better in. So that's the big part of, these early season games, making sure you're taking care of yourself first.
I know it's early, but what have you seen from Auburn? I know Thompson's probably the best pitcher by far.
Yeah, Thompson's he's really good. He's a highly recruited kid out of high school that chose to go to school over the professional draft. He's got a really big arm, good 3-pitch mix, real good mound presence, very confident pitcher, and we have a lot of respect for Keegan and what he's done and the talents that he has.
For our TV show, I know you want to look forward to Auburn, but can you just go back just a little bit and give us your thoughts on the series against Louisiana?
Yeah, I thought the Louisiana-Lafayette got off to a really good start on Friday. I thought Taylor Gilbert and Ray Castillo pitched extremely well and really neutralized their bats on Friday. And, really Saturday and Sunday both, I thought Lafayette really got in a tremendous offensive rhythm, and we didn't have a lot of answers for them. You know, we had an opportunity Saturday. We came from behind in the middle part of the game, took the lead, had another opportunity late that, you know, they made a play to shut us down at the plate, took the win, and then, you know, yesterday, unfortunately, it's one of those games that happens every now and then in baseball that they really jumped on us and just kind of kicked our teeth in, and it just seemed like every ball they hit was right on the screws. And you know, our approach offensively wasn't very good yesterday. They just continued to build the lead, so it wasn't the weekend that we wanted, and but I still think there's some takeaway there, some things that we can get better from, and you know, critique the weekend, you know, for the areas that you got to have, and again, that's part of playing good people, you know. I mean, because if you don't play well, you don't do things well, you're going to get popped, and that's what, you know, our team's got to understand. You got to come ready for every single day.
Thanks,
All right, guys.